Let me tell you a story, kids. I'm excited to be working in a garage that isn't freezing cold. So we're taking the jacket off and we're actually gonna get down to business. But today, actually, we're gonna get to some interior work on this car. A lot's changed. I forget. There's a lot I've done off camera because it's super boring, for lack of a better term. But let's put that jacket up there and let's get into it. I'll explain as we go. Here is what we're working with on the interior of the car right now. We've got everything pulled apart. It's all going to come together eventually, but here's what we're working with. You've got steering wheel off, steering column pulled apart. Got all the wires for the clock spring taken out because we have a new clock spring going in, the more modern one, which actually involves, as you can see with these two wires dangling here. I didn't know this. Here's something maybe you E39 guys know about that I didn't know about if you're an E39 guy. Let me tell you a story, kids. So if you're an E39 guy, you might know this. 1996, this car was built, and originally it came with a 4-post steering wheel. I believe the second or the third owner switched it to the much cooler looking 3-post steering wheel. And then I tried to do the M5 3-post steering wheel, but found that the dual airbag thing. So to explain it fully, this iteration of the E39 had a single stage airbag. In the M5, it's dual stage airbag, and the process to swap them is not going to say impossible, but more difficult than it's worth. How about that? Because, nothing's impossible, but I read about a few guys trying to do it and, had their cars laid up for months and months and months with BMW techs working on it. So lowly me that barely knows anything about this car doing it, I don't think so. So that steering wheel's out. We got a new clock spring coming. My legs hurt from squatting down, and I don't think the lighting's very good down there. Lighting's not much better up here, but that's what we're working with. We're doing it right, brothers. We're doing it right. We're just trying to make this car correct. So that means maybe some of you can relate. Maybe some of you can't. I don't know. But the only way to get better is to get started. Working on cars has been something I've done out of necessity in the past. It's something that I want to turn into more than just a hobby. I absolutely love doing it. I don't always love doing it, let's be honest. There's been some projects that have absolutely kicked my butt, but finishing them is really what makes it exciting. All right, be right back. I have this figured out now, so gonna hit record. All right, so I'm hitting record on this, and just like that, now you guys are seeing this angle. Where we left off on day 2, but jacket's off. We are moving and grooving with it. I want to get this sorted out. So if you'll remember in the last video, it's bright. It's bright. I was dealing with some issues with getting the license plate on. I figured out what the problem was, and I actually don't feel so stupid anymore because I was like, how is it so difficult to get this license plate on? What ended up happening is, see, you have these plastic nuts here. So the one that was here had come loose and was just spinning freely. So the bolt was somewhat cross-threaded, but should have been fine. And instead of just being able to push it through, it just spun that plastic nut around. So right now I've got some goop on there, some Gooby Gone, and I'm working on getting them loosened up. But I think I'm going to hit them with I'm going to have to hit those with the heat gun and maybe something else and scrape them. And I'm going to do whatever it takes to get those buggers off of there. So that's first on the agenda because, frick, I'm trying to get some stuff done here. And I actually have a lot of time today to get stuff done. So that's what we're going to work on. We're going to try a different filming. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to look back at the footage from this camera. But what I think I'm going to try to do today is you can mount it to a hat. And I think it's going to give me a really dorky POV. But I think it's going to be really fun. I think it's going to make the content interesting, if nothing else. So with that being said, I'm going to dive right into it, and I'll check back in with you guys soon. Okay, this is definitely the POV we're going to be working with. I think this is going to be the best for what I'm doing. So we've got the goop on there, and let's just see if we can get, not this one. This is, I'm probably going to need both of these, let's be honest. See if we can get, oh. This one was so difficult to get out. That one came out like it was nothing. Let's see this one. All right. Okay, here, this is more like it. All right. This one's kind of difficult. And as you can see, like beneath these, all kinds of gunk, grime, disgust. Yep. I'll pick that up in a second. Yeah, this is what, yeah. Yeah, this is what I mean. Oh, ouch. All right, let's put some gloves on. Glove time. Glove time, glove time. Get the gloves out. All right. Yeah, this is. So, see what I think happened? These two never got used. This one, the lowers. So they pop right out. Whereas the top ones, those got used. And so they probably have years and 30 years of pressure from being used. So that's probably what's making them a little bit more difficult to get out. No matter, we're not giving up. We ain't giving up. We ain't giving up. All right. And this watch has got to come off. I'm going to end up scratching this car. I applaud TJ Hunt. Him and I have the same watch. I don't think he actually wrenches on his cars that much. So, all right. Time to lock in, put some tunes on. In case you want to see what I'm listening to. For this this look I've got going on, it's what I call dork. I call that the dork look. Taking that camera off for now, and giving you a little update. Like I just showed you, all 4 plugs are off. If I can tilt this down a little. Yes, all 4 are off. The bottom 2, super easy. I'm not sure what got caught by the camera I was wearing on my hat. So I'm just going to say it again. Bottom 2 came off easy because I don't think they ever got used. They popped right off. The one that was stuck came off very difficult, the top left. Top right was also very difficult, but I hit it with a heat gun, and it just popped right off. Little heat, done deal. So those are my tips and tricks for getting it off. Now, just got to scrape off all this plastic, then we'll get to the fun stuff. Here, as you can see here, most of the rubber is all gone. All that like sticky stuff that's on there to keep those plastic nuts is gone. And I'm going to tell you what the solution is now. The solution is riv nuts. I was digging deep to try to figure out, I don't really like having those plastic pieces. I'd like to have something that's a little bit more permanent. Got a metal trunk here, and I came across this solution just Googling my life away. So I do every night almost. My fiance likes watching 90 Day Fiance, and I sit there and I look for car parts, car solutions, whatever things I can do to cars or cars that I could buy, which more to come. More to come, guys. There's so many more things I want to do on this channel. And I'm hyped. I'm hyped to start sharing it with you guys. So riv nuts are the next thing. I got my riv nut gun, riv nut marker. I don't know what to call it, but that's the next step. These aren't perfectly clean, but I want to get the riv nuts in, get the license plate on, and be done with it. And I also got a cool hack for you guys coming up too. Basically, you're going metal on metal by doing riv nuts, which is great because then you just bolt on your license plate, and you're never going to have to worry about the plastic getting chewed up by screws or whatever. But you also don't want to have your metal license plate, your license plate frame, messing up your trunk. So you put, I'll show it as we go. So I'm going to check with you guys in just a second. All right, all the hard work is done now. We've gone to the hardware store. We've gotten fresh hardware for this, and we're finally going to be putting this license plate on the car. And I know this is a ton of work to put a license plate on, but it makes such a big difference. And honestly, it is one of the cheapest mods you can do to make your car look better. So, as you can see, rivets are in. In the bottom holes, I'm going to be using plugs. And now it's the final point where we're putting this all together. So, license plate and frame right here. I'll show you the assortment of bits that we're putting on that are right here. This is $4 from the hardware store. Riv nuts, the riv nuts each are, a couple of bucks. But basically you got here washer, M5 washer, M5 bolt with a hex head. And then also kind of the part that a lot of people don't realize that's so nice to have is a little nylon washer. This is what keeps your license plate from rubbing up against your car, along with the other piece that I'm going to show you in a second. So I'm going to drop all these in here for a second, because before that, we need this. Now, if you have an older car and you're serious about making it nicer, this stuff is invaluable, because this is what's going to keep you from rattling. So we're just going to take a strip of this and we're going to put it along the bottom of the steering, along the bottom of the license plate. This will get the job done. What am I trying to say here? English language escaping me. Oh yeah, perfect size piece. There we go. Again, this will give it that floating license plate look. So just press that in. The foam will compress over time. I don't know if that's going to compress too much. I really don't want this. I think we're good. There's just enough foam there. As I freaking ding this on my car. All right. And the cool thing about the license plate kit that I got is that it has all kinds of these little pieces. So you can't really see that, but basically that goes on the front of this. so that the bolt lines up better. It's like a bolt centerer. So let's get into it. Hope you love my horribly messy workstation. I can't say it enough. I hate being the type of person that's like, life will be better when, because I really think like life is great right now. It is so unfathomably good, and I am so lucky to have everything I do have, but man, it'll be nice. Okay, you know what? It's all so worth it seeing this all come together now. Oh, but I messed up. Oh, I messed up because I got to put the nylon behind. I wonder if I can. No, there's just no way. I'm not going to be able to slip the nylon behind. All right, got to pull this off, or at least loosen it. Can I do this just so gently? Yes, I can. The first one was so easy. Of course, the second one's going to be tricky. Perfect. Oh man, this feels good. So there we have it. And then this kit that I have here also has little covers. And then these just pop. Should just pop right on, I'm guessing. There we go, pop. And pop, pop, pop. And then finally, pull that off. License plate is not touching anywhere. Looks great. No M, Wisconsin plate. Finally, all done. Set to bed. What a pain that was. I hope you can get that. Let me grab my other camera. I'm gonna get the final shot of this. Take a look. There it is. License plate frame in all its glory. You see you got the covers on top. If you see from this angle, you see how it's just barely floating above the surface. Honestly, one of the best mods you can do for the money. Makes your car look so much cleaner. Like, honestly, everyone's looking at your plate, especially if you're like me, you have a specialty plate. This is one of the coolest things you can do. Have a cool plate frame with like little accessories like that, little accessories like these little covers, and it floats. It's on that foam, so I know it's not going to mar up my trunk. Beautiful, just beautiful.